What up, y'all? It's another episode of Coffee Talk. Y'all know what it is. Fluck with me, tap in, let's talk. A lot of news. And we got some viral videos to get into too. And y'all see this first one. It's funny as hell, but it's like you feel cruel laughing kind of, right? Real talk, I'm sure everyone has accidentally hit a belly flop in their life. Like, it's no fun. It's painful, man. Especially don't do that ish coming off like diving board from some height, get some real velocity on it. Might knock the wind out your ass, you know? But it's just crazy how like things just were not about to go right for old girl. Like, and just when it looked like she had it, the wind took it and hit that belly flop. Yo, it's just not your day. I have days like this all the time, right? Where just everything seems to just go wrong. It's like this video is almost like symbolic of a shitty day, right? Next up, y'all, how about this Bellator fight here? This been going wild viral over the past couple days. This bout between Michael Smith and Derek Anderson, and what a kick right to the grill. Like, you can literally, when it's slowed down, you can see his nose just separate and break. And I feel for this guy. Comment anyone out there who, like, my nose is twisted. I've had my nose broke numerous times. Like, it's good money. It don't look broke, but it can break from next to nothing. I could sneeze too hard and my nose will break. You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, you lose your sense of smell. You can't breathe out your nose. Probably got sleep apnea. Like, it's twisted, but what a vicious kick. Perfect timing. And man, just seeing the aftermath too, right? Right when dude's just sitting there looking all stunned right before they raise the winner's hand. This was crazy, y'all. Comment if you guys watched this fight. And for all the MMA fans out there, again, I need y'all to fill me in. What's the deal with Bellator? Like, is Bellator the minor leagues compared to UFC, or is it its own, like, fighting promotion that is on the same level, right, as UFC? Like, is it below it, or is it same level? And what other fighting promotions are out there that are for real, or is it just like UFC's the main one that everyone wants to get in? Fill me in. As always, y'all, I like watching boxing, UFC, but I'm just not up on it like other sports that I follow. Hard body, you know what I mean? Also in the news, it looks like K-Frog hit no jumper, got that interview. But actually, me and someone that I was chopping with the other day actually kind of cracked the code over something that they were talking about on No Jumper, about someone that they had just interviewed or whatever. They didn't say who, but based on what they were talking about, me and one of the bros was like, yo, I think they interviewed K-Frog, and most definitely they did. And you know what's, like, not wild about this, but cool about this? Obviously, we know 1090 Jake's killing the game. He had this epic No Jumper interview, did crazy numbers and all that. But obviously, him and K-Frog fell out, right? I'm not trying to say like they got beef, but they don't fuck with each other like they used to. But 1090 Jake was still urging Adam 22, yo, you got to interview K-Frog. He's got a good story. It'll be a, viral interview. Or I don't know if he said viral, but he just said fuck with him on the interview tip. So even though they don't rock with each other no more, like, even though he's not rocking with him like other people are rocking with him, right? He looked out and put the word in. Gotta respect that, right? But comment, let me know if y'all are looking forward to this K-Frog No Jumper jump off. Another comical viral video here. This had me cracking up a bit. Bigboi of the legendary Outkast, which, like, yo, are we ever gonna get another Outkast record? And I'm sure Bigboi will continue to drop solo music, but at this point, the idea of the Andre 3000 project ever dropping is just like, it's gonna be like, someday it'll be an urban myth, right? Like, way in the future, when people look back on this era of music and hip hop and the era before, they'll be like, legend has it Andre 3 Stacks almost completed his solo joint or whatever. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand what happened as far as with the music. But Outkast was dope to me. Still is dope. But how the hell he get on there? Like, he's trapped, right? It seems he's afraid of the ocean. That looks to be the ocean. I don't know. Like, how'd you get up there, big boy? Like, did the high tide come in at the very moment that he got on there or something? I don't know. He seemed trapped. I wonder how he ever was rescued. He's trapped on that rock. Like, what was it? Oh, Gilligan's Island, right? So peep it, y'all. I don't know if you guys saw the slap heard around the world, right? As y'all might have heard me say on this channel, after that all went down, we know this was some of the most viral news in, man, years maybe, as far back as I can remember. You know what I mean? When Will Smith walked over there and just jabbed Chris Rock in the mouth like that, I knew right then and there this is going to be being talked about for quite some time. And we've seen a lot of different things transpire behind this, more about Will and Jada's personal life, the entanglement, pop back out in the news again. And if y'all didn't catch my previous video, Jada Pinkett, she's a cold weirdo in my opinion. I really, like, there's all these rumors that they're going to be splitting up. And again, like I said yesterday, I believe it because it always seems like with them, a lot of times, like, you'll hear rumors, discussions about stuff. People say, I don't believe the hype. With Will and Jada, it always seems like the hype is 10 times, or the reality is 10 times worse than the hype. But the actual slap, it kind of seems like things have died down. No one's been tapping in on it as much. But Michael Blackson did an interview with Shannon Sharpe, and he had quite the funny response. Like, he was being serious, but he also got a good joke in there. He was saying that when that slap went down, like, he sides with Chris Rock in this situation, that when that slap went down, it was like Will slapped every comedian, including him, because he said that's his job, is to go hard and roast people and clown around and all that on social media, on, TVs, movie, wherever he can get some jokes off. That's what he does. That's how he makes a living. That's how he feeds his family. But he said, shit, if Will, he sides with Chris Rock, and if Will would have did it to him, he'd be so broke because he'd sue his ass. He'd have to move back with his auntie and uncle in Bel Air. Punchlines, y'all. He's got punchlines. Also in the news, this is another story that is going to be dominating the headlines for quite some time. We know the Rico case, YSL, Gunna, Young Thug, now both in custody. We saw Gunna did surrender himself to the authorities. Young Thug's in there, no bail. And Jimmy Winfrey, who, was convicted and then later overturned a conviction for shooting up Lil Wayne's tour bus back in 2015. He's involved in it as well in this indictment as he flux with YSL Heavy. We know this is 28 co-defendants, a lot of paperwork to go through as far as with the indictment and all that. But lawyer for workers, y'all know that dude Mo. He be tapping in on all the different, like, NBA young boys, legal situation. Everybody, anyone who catches a case in the hip hop world or whatever, pop culture, he's an attorney. He's gonna speak up on it, and he was saying that there's some flunkery going down on page 32 of the indictment. That one of the predicates, because that's the way the Rico indictment works, is they have the Rico and then all these other predicate offenses, and he was saying that the flunkery is that Gunna and Young Thug, being huge stars, having a lot of money, love to get their smoke on, smoke bud and all that, and the authorities hit them, on this indictment as a predicate for, like, distributing or trafficking marijuana, for having a large amount of weed on him. And he's like, this is some pure BS. Tell Snoop he needs to holler at Kim K and get her on the case. But in the comments, a lot of people were saying, hey, Yeah, that is some fluckery. And again, this is fans and different people commenting. Y'all comment and let me know what you guys think. But some people were saying, okay, yeah, that is some BS. That is some fluckery. But let's not make a narrative like, they're just trying to hit him for some weed. Someone was saying, hey, in the indictment, it shows that Gunna is allegedly sold pills, meth, and other drugs. We know there's a lot of violence and gang activity on there. And someone else was saying, yo, in Georgia, they don't play about weed. People go to jail for a couple blunts is what some other individuals were saying as well. So what do y'all think, man? Do you think that should be deaded off? Like that predicate ain't about ish. It's just some weed. Who cares if it's a lot? They're superstars. They love to smoke. It was for their own personal use. Do you think it don't really matter because there's so much other ish on the indictment? Or like, do y'all think in Georgia they don't play? I don't know. Like, there's going to be they don't play when it comes to the bud. There's going to be so much to go on with this case. This is just the beginning. Again, too, if you guys are just finding this channel, make sure to subscribe. We're going to be following that as well as all other kinds of news coming out of, pertaining to music, sports, current events, crime stuff. Y'all know we talk about it all over here. But Mo says that page 32 needs to be excluded from the indictment. All right, now check this out, though, talking about criminal charges needing to be excluded or deaded off, dismissed. YG got a case dismissed. And peep it, y'all, YG's found himself in his fair share of legal situations. I still can't, someone who's, got it fresh on their mind off the top. Forget what happened with that situation with his bulletproof car being stolen and the chase and all that. I mean, obviously, I know YG was like, I was in the studio. I don't know what the fuck to tell y'all. It wasn't me. I know he didn't get bagged up in that, but I know there was a lot of other situations he was involved in. But I forget what was the outcome with the bulletproof car. Someone comment again if you remember. But anyways, one thing that YG had hanging over his head was a robbery case from Las Vegas outside of a casino. I want to say it was back in like 2018 or 19. It's been dismissed. YG played it smart. He got with the victim and they came to some kind of settlement outside of court. And, they're good to go. So good for him. Good for YG. His attorney was saying, this was a BS case anyways. The victim, basically, supposedly what went down is a fan or someone came up to YG. Some say like YG and his entourage, security and all that said that dude wanted a picture and YG was like, I ain't fucking with you. And the guy got belligerent and they told him off. Maybe he had to shove him away. The victim or alleged victim, however you want to refer to this individual, because criminally the case was dropped, but he did pay him a settlement. But the alleged victim was saying, nah, he snatched my chain and they beat my ass and they robbed me or whatever, which I don't know. That doesn't, I don't think that really adds up. However, the original argument or incident, whatever occurred, whatever kicked things off, I just can't quite understand why YGE would snatch the chain. I don't know. Who knows? It's all over with now. But, speaking of YG, when we've been talking about this whole discussion with YSL, Gunna, Young Thug, the Rico, and again, their Rico is on a state level. We all know about the federal Rico, which I really, truly did not know that there was a state Rico for the longest time. Billy Joel voice, you know what I mean? But I was just, tapping in with y'all with my commentary on some of the videos and saying, man, do y'all think a lot of rappers are going to have to start being real precautious? We know there's a lot of rappers that post on social media about their gang affiliation and they have a name for their crew and a lot of people are repping it, et cetera, et cetera. Like, we were hearing about investigations going on with the feds in Old Block that they were trying to sweep a bunch of artists up out of the shy on a Rico case. And, I threw Dipset's name out there we know they really ain't active like that as much in the rap game anymore, and they don't really rock together. But I was just using them as an example, like, gang ties and all that. YG's another artist who is very open about his gang affiliation through his music, social media, videos, because we're seeing all that being used in this YSL case, gang signs, pictures, captions, everything. And then that being, added up with other criminal activities that happen, and they're following the money. It's a whole situation. And I'm saying, with YG, he's been in a lot of altercations, a few arrests and all that. I don't know, like, I wonder if he's taking notice of this. For real, like, it'd just be a shame to see a lot of rappers get caught up in some BS, You done had that success, you got that bag. If you were in the streets, if you were about that life, you don't gotta be no more. Switch ish up, enjoy your freedom, live that good life, And then last up, man, 50 Cent, as we already know, is petty as hell. But his level of savagery here is just crazy, man. I'm not sure if a lot of y'all remember of this civil suit situation that he won against Tierra Marie, where he reposted some kind of explicit photo of her that was circulating around the internet. And you know how he does, did his little comedy 1-2, clowned her a little bit. She was heated about it and she decided to sue him, but she lost. So Fifth won his counterclaim as well as legal expenses and everything. The total ended up going around to like $50K, and she's been ducking him, dodging him, can't pay him. And I think she got that idea from, y'all remember when Fifth posted Rick Ross, baby's mom's adult movie tape online, and she sued Fifth and won. I think Tierra Marie was like, oh, Fifth wanna fuck with me with all this petty ish, he wanna clown me, I'm about to sue him. But it backfired, because the judge was like, he didn't put that photo out on his own. That photo was already all over the net circulating. He just reposted it and gave his own social commentary or whatever. You lose. So peep it, y'all. She's been ducking and dodging him for the longest time. And y'all might remember a lot of times in the news with the situation with the game and, that actual assault judgment that he owes some bread for and hasn't paid. They keep, they take him back to court, and we got to see all your assets. We got to go through your books, this, that, and the third. Where can we garnish this money from? Where can we take that money so the judgment can be paid? And we know, obviously, with the game, he cooked the books, put a lot of ish in Whack 100's name and all that. And we just saw it with 6ix9ine recently, that whole situation where it was going around that he was broke. That was from a civil hearing where he's like, yo, I'm broke. I don't got nothing. How can I pay this? You know what I'm saying? That's what that was all about. Well, she's trying to do the same thing. It's been some time now. They keep calling her back to court. She's missed a couple court dates. Well, 50 Cent keeps pressing the issue. And, recently he had to serve her with paperwork. Like, I guess she missed a couple court dates, but he had to have her officially served, where then if she didn't show up, it could go really bad for her. And he hired a private investigator to hunt her down because they had her address as in Georgia. They couldn't find her there. Fifth's PI found her all the way out in LA. And she's, saying the same thing. She's saying she's broke, no income, doesn't have any assets, hasn't had any income since 2019. And, but she's down to set up a payment plan. And Fifth's like, how you going to do a payment plan when you saying you're dead broke? Like, she said the only income she has to her name is like reposts, promo-ish on Instagram or whatever. It's kind of funny too. We were just talking about the game being broke. We saw him do a lot of Insta scamming and spamming and all that. Tag artists, right? But Fifth ain't letting up off her head. Man, like, I know she's ruining the day that she ever decided to mess with Mr. Curtis Jackson, but he ain't letting up. So I don't know. She's probably losing her goddamn mind, y'all. But that's it for the news on this one. Let's talk in the comments. I thank y'all for watching. Again, stay tuned. Lots more content coming. Subscribe, hit the bell. It's Coffee, talking music, news, sports, and more. I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day. Peace.